Hey everyone, welcome to your university, the place where we talk all about the Dragon Ball universe. Today, we are going to go through Goku reaching War Instinct after mastering Ultra Instinct. And if you would like to see more Dragon Ball content, please leave your like and subscribe to join our university. Goku has always been a charismatic character with the ability to constantly change and evolve. As a good fighter and Saiyan, he spent years striving to reach his current levels of power, working hard for them either to defeat powerful opponents in tournaments or to save planet Earth from destruction. Thanks to this, he was able to win titles and win great battles, becoming one of the greatest warriors ever seen in all universes. With his last transformation achieved being the Ultra Instinct, much has been wondered what form it could take to continue it. After all, at some point we need to see him gain a new transformation that will make him even stronger. And what might that be? What will happen when Goku masters Ultra Instinct? Let's talk about all of that in today's video. Ultra Autonomous Instinct is a very rare and highly advanced mental state. It is notorious among the gods for being exceptionally difficult to master even for them. This ability can only be truly used when the transformation that allows it to be used is achieved. This transformation must then be completed and refined. It is, however, possible to use this ability or its principles to a limited degree without the transformations. Ultra Autonomous Instinct is considered the absolute peak for anyone who masters the martial arts. It effectively allows each part of the user's body to think and move independently of all other parts, as opposed to how a person normally has to think about their movements beforehand and let the command travel from the brain and through the nervous system, a sequence that wastes precious fighting time since command signals only travel through nerves so fast. With every part of the body able to think and act on its own, the user of this technique is able to automatically react to any situation or threat with the perfect movement at the perfect timing. They don't even need to recognize the threat, meaning that the user can still fight effectively even if they are concentrating on something else. Ultra Ego is the opposite of Ultra Autonomous Instinct. Ultra Instinct is about your body moving freely on its own. Ultra Ego is about moving your body freely. While Ultra Instinct seems to make the user virtually unbeatable, it is not an absolute guarantee against all dangers, as shown by Whis being oblivious to stepping in poop or in the anime when Goku managed to bite Whis to escape his domain, possibly because they were not a real danger to his being as they were such obscure threats. Furthermore, it is also seen that someone with colossal raw power can ignore Ultra Instinct's instantaneous defense boost. In fact, if users of the skill face each other and one of them has a high refinement of Ultra Instinct than the other, they will have an advantage and can bypass the instant defense without inconvenience. While using the skill can make the user's vital points extremely difficult to hit, it is still possible for an immensely focused attack to break through if the user is not careful, as demonstrated by Granola's evolved right eye. In the anime, since Ultra Instinct is a technique of the gods for mortals without sufficient divine training, there is a great risk in using Ultra Instinct. Similar to the reckless overuse of Kaioken, the user can only sustain the absolute power of the ability for only a minute or so before their body breaks down from pushing themselves so far beyond their natural limits. When this time limit is reached, blood will break from the user's body and the dark key electric shocks will cause intense pain and eventually force unconsciousness. In more severe cases, Whis noted that it could kill the user. In the manga, there is no such risk, as a mortal user will only be worn out after using Ultra Instinct for some time. In any case, in both the anime and manga, once the mortal has the proper training and can access the ability at will, he will no longer be at risk of suffering the adverse effects. According to Whis, however, even after a mortal masters the form, there is still a time limit on the form. This was shown during Goku's battle with Granola, as if he had an advantage due to the use of his perfected Ultra Instinct form. The accuracy dropped during the fight until Granola could once again attack him. According to Whis, although those able to achieve perfected Ultra Instinct are said to have reached the absolute peak, the skill is only the initial path to obtaining peak combat efficiency. In fact, like any technique, Ultra Instinct can be refined by its users so that their precision in using the skill becomes even more refined. This refinement, in turn, is only achieved when the user who has mastered the skill is able to use it without activating his transformation state, which will prevent his body from being harmed by the stress that prolonged use of Ultra Instinct causes. The lowest level of this skill is when someone is only able to use its principles. After reaching the perfect state of the Ultra Instinct transformation, Goku's use of the ability is considered the lowest of what Ultra Instinct is actually capable of, referred to as at the bottom of the ladder. It is noted by Moro that with the Ultra Instinct that he copied from Maris, his abilities are equal to Goku's, then Whis said to have a much greater mastery over the ability than Maris, while the Great Minister's use of Ultra Instinct is even greater than Whis. After understanding Whis' words behind the self-movement, Goku learned to let go of all doubts and live in the moment. By fully synchronizing his impulses with his natural drive, Goku can subconsciously unleash the full potential of his offensive and defensive power. This culminates in Goku's silver glow consuming him, making his silver hair and skin tone more ethereal in nature. The power in this form is far greater than his sign state, which completely rips his shirt off when transforming in the anime. In this state, Goku has shown excellent control of his ki, able to calmly repel and contain any energy attack launched against him. He can release barrages of his energy in focused shockwaves and cancel all but the strongest attacks. Also, by accessing this state, Goku's body is completely rejuvenated and, in the manga, can become more resilient in areas in response to attack, causing weaker enemies to break their limbs trying to reach his body. In the ultra-perfect instinct state, Goku's power exceeds that of the gods of destruction. In the anime, he can also channel his anger to make himself even stronger. Initially, however, due to Goku's lack of training, this form cannot be maintained for long. In the anime, after passing the time limit, Goku's body will give out, leaking his energy in a devastating way that will severely injure him when he regresses to the basic form. In the manga, this form quickly drains his stamina with each effort until he finally falls out of form, leaving him struggling to get up from exhaustion. At the same time, despite learning to use this state to its fullest, Goku cannot access it at will, but only as a gut reaction to the most dire situations. In the Galactic Patrol Prisoner Saga, during the battle against Moro on Earth, after witnessing Marison hesitatingly sacrifice his own existence to fight Moro, Goku came to fully appreciate what altruism is. Taking Maris' teachings and his absolute honor to heart, Goku became able to instantly access Ultra Instinct and deactivate it at will without apparent inconvenience. In this state, his power is able to affect the entire planet while emitting no energy signature for mortals to sense. After receiving additional power from many fighters on Earth, Goku was able to manifest a giant avatar of himself to fight the augmented Moro. In Dragon Ball Heroes, during his battle against Kumba in Prison Planet Saga, Goku apparently became more accustomed to using this form. While still able to access it only as a live or die reaction to such danger, his control over it once he used it was more stable, as he didn't explode with as much energy upon entering it and also became slightly exhausted after time had passed away. Later, in the new Space-Time War Saga, Goku finally mastered the ability to take on Enhanced Ultra Instinct at will by training in the hyperbolic time chamber of the demons. In the Granola the Survivor Saga, Goku realized that due to his mindset and his current mastery of Ultra Instinct, he was better suited for Ultra Instinct Sign than perfected Ultra Instinct, which allowed him to access a unique variant of Ultra Instinct Sign, his true Ultra Instinct. In this state, Goku is able to put his emotions to work for him and focus less on keeping his mind and heart calm, which allows him to harness Ultra Instinct at an even higher level than his perfected form normally achieves. With that, we arrive at Goku's current most powerful form. However, if we are wondering what the one that would continue Ultra Instinct might be, we should possibly expect something similar to what would come from a god, right? After all, that transformation was derived from the abilities of higher beings, so surely Goku might be able to take another step toward that world. That said, the gods of destruction, who can use this ability, certainly have more forms of transformation. Perhaps one that they use often, like the angels with Ultra Instinct, or only during very dangerous fights for them. And if there was a form for each case, there could be a kind of war instinct. After all, we are talking about beings that destroy planets and cause fights just because they well wish to. It wouldn't be strange if a war instinct transformation existed, used exactly during large-scale fighting with several opponents at the same time. And if Goku could learn it as an extension of Ultra Instinct, he would certainly become even more powerful. But what could this form look like? What powers would be unlocked? Would this be a form used alongside Ultra Instinct? Let us know what you think in the comments. That's it. I really hope you enjoyed the video. If you have any suggestions for videos, don't forget to comment here below, because I'll be reading all of them as I always do. Also, don't forget to leave a like if you enjoyed the video, and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell so you don't miss out on any content from your university.